in my opinion, this is the biggest wasted money area that there is really. There's very little time put onto the battery charging electrical system in a lot of shops. In my opinion, that's the biggest throw the money in the garbage practice. Every car that comes in, even if it's foreign oil, it's best to do this roughly about half hour to an hour after it's sitting, if possible, to take off the surface charge. So 12 pumps, get into like your TCM or your ECM power or system voltage or charging system voltage. Graph it out, drive it, see what it does. If you see high spikes, low spikes, that kind of thing, put a meter on it, put a scope on it, and improve it. Cranking voltage. This is a big one when it comes to solenoid codes, circuit codes, especially on startup. If you're getting solenoid codes on startup, you have to check this. Basically, disable your fuel system or ignition system, check your voltage at your battery, crank it over. It should not drop less than 9.5. Voltage drop. This is something that I urge everybody to do. My like I say, standard operating procedures, or my theory behind what I did when I was running a shop, is every Monday we came in, or people did it individually on their own, what they wanted to learn, but you spend 20 minutes on a Monday morning before everything kind of gets going, and you just learn how to check the charging system. You check systems that you know that are okay, so you learn how they work. Broken. Touch the other end of your meter to the negative side cable. I like to check a couple points at the same time. Alternator case, engine, transmission case, body, fender, those kind of grounds, they should all be the same. Less than 1/10 of a volt. Usually you're down around 0.03, somewhere in that area, but they should be consistent. That's the most important thing, consistent readings. If you have one number that's higher than the rest, that's the one that's going to have a bad ground. I do not recommend pulling grounds off and cleaning them. My personal opinion, it's a waste of time. Positive battery cable. Check the other end of your power. The higher the voltage, the more 30 to 50% of your normal electrical diagnostics is probably going to be fixed as it's coming in the door. AC voltage. Your AC voltage, this is getting to be become more of a common problem. You'll see speed signals sitting at still while stopped. Had transmission shifting while at stop. Had erratic shifting, in and out of lockup, this kind of thing. AC voltage likes to play havoc with your speed sensors. Easiest enough to test. You have the meter in your hand when you're doing your basic check. A lot of cars nowadays are under 0.2 of a volt. You'll know how that system works, so when you get a bad one in, you can spot that kind of thing. Look around, look at your TCM, ECM, that kind of thing. All the connectors in view. Do you see any connector lock tabs missing? Do you see broken connectors? Do you see where people's back probed into wires, where somebody's been trying to fix a system? We see this a lot in aftermarket systems where people add on different things. We also see this a lot, like on car lot cars, where somebody's been somewhere trying to change wiring or change computers, that kind of stuff, where you can see somebody's already been there. Great clues to pointing you in the correct direction on fixing repair.